What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are finally reviewing the Oura ring. The Oura ring, first impressions, reviews, thoughts, all the above. I get asked on this probably once a week, honestly. This has been something that I've tried in the past when they had the original, like, I keep calling it a hexagon, but you know what I mean, it's not a hexagon, like edged ring. Literally returned it within 2 days because I couldn't lift with it. I did like the idea of not being so tied to like data driven watch always on kind of thing, you know, like I do find that there is an appeal for people who want something that looks a little bit more like classy and not like a fitness tech watch. So I understand, because they came out with this rounded one, as you can see here, the Generation 3, which is a 2.55 millimeter gold horizon gold horizon ring. That's the flat one, and that is what we're going to be talking about today. So I'm going to share with you my thoughts, my overall rating, I guess, and why I am actually going to return it and still stick with my Fitbit. If you want to see some reviews on the Fitbits, the Apple Watches, the Garmins, all kinds of things, I have reviewed so many of them in the past. There's an entire playlist on my channel of smart tech watch reviews, so go check those out if you haven't seen them. But for today's video, we're talking just about the Oura ring, and I will mention a little bit of like the differences and similarities between Fitbit because that's what I stick to the most. But overall, this is just my thoughts and opinions on the Oura ring, so let's get on into it. I'll be reading off of my list here because I do have quite a lot of things that I want to talk about and I don't want to get sidetracked or forget anything. So first of all, let's talk about the price right off the bat. This one is $4.99 for the flat ring, okay? And the reason why I went with this one is because I already knew that I didn't like the edged ring before. It was just so bulky, and the Oura ring by nature is already going to be a thicker ring because it has to have all of the like the sensors and meters in it, so like they can only make it so thin, you know? Hexagon ring, the gold one, is $4.49, but you do have to pay a membership. The first 30 days is free, which is great, but then the membership is $5.99. So keep that in mind. I feel like for a really expensive ring or just a really expensive tech product in general, it kind of sucks that you then also have to go out and pay the membership fee in order to get access to all of the benefits and things that it advertises. Also, it's important to note that they do have a Gucci Oura ring, which I did not know until I saw my PT last week, and she had an Oura ring that was black and has like the Gucci G on it, and it is $950 because it is Gucci, okay? I mean, you do you, boo, but I stuck with the gold one. But just for reference, there is a Gucci one out there. There is also a bunch of other colors. There's rose gold, the silver one, the dark one, regular gold. So they do have a lot to choose from, which is nice, I guess, if you're wanting something that matches your like daily style. But the ring size is something that you have to get ordered first. So like when you place your order for the Oura ring, they send you the sizing kit first because it's different from a traditional ring size. So if you're a 7 like I am, my ring size in the Oura was an 8, and then the Gucci one is even different, which is interesting. I don't know why, but you get 2 different sizing of ring charts depending on which one you buy. Well, inside of the ring, like I said, you've got sensors: infrared LED, green LED, 3-axis accelerometer, gyroscope, and a sensor that tracks your body temperature, which, like I was saying in the membership, that is a feature that's accessed if you pay the monthly $5.99 membership. The 3rd generation ring has wellness content and like audio meditations and sleep things and stuff like that. So I did find that that was pretty cool. And from what I've gathered so far with this ring, I do feel like they tried to make it more wellness and health conscious. You know what I mean? Like, I don't necessarily think that I would consider this a fitness watch or tracker. It's not a watch, fitness ring. I don't think I would put this really in the fitness category. I'm gonna tell you why as we get talking more about it, but I think really they wanted to aim for it being a wellness tracker, and for that I think they did a good job. The Oura was like primarily known for its sleep tracking anyway, so I think for people who are really interested in seeing like their HRV, their skin temperature, their resting heart rate, their sleep times, tossing and turning, I will say that I do feel it is very accurate. Now, the reason why I wanted to test it out again is because I've been having some issues with my tattooed wrist. As you guys know, the heart rate reading with the Fitbits, the Apple Watch, Garmin's, all of them are very inconsistent. And for the Charge 5, which is what I have right now, all of a sudden I just started doing it again and it was driving me nuts because it wasn't reading my sleep, it wasn't reading my workouts. The reason I really wanted to try the Ring is because this is the first thing they have, aside from a chest strap, which even now is tattooed on me, that can read my heart rate throughout any ink. And I think for that purpose, it definitely did its job. It for sure tracked my sleep accurately. I have the 8 Sleep mattress cover, which I did a video on as well if you're not sure what that is, and that does track HRV and skin temperature and things like that. And when I compared the two, they were very, very similar, and I do feel like the sleeping and the sleep data that you get from the Oura Ring is really awesome. And if that's something that interests you and that's what you want to get the Ring for, I think it's great. You get scores, kind of like how you do with Fitbit, right? But this score is on a scale of 1 to 100, which if you're familiar with the Whoop strap, it's kind of similar to that in the sense that it gives you like a sleep score, a readiness score, activity score, and then like your total overall score is based on some calculation of the 3. So each individual smartwatch or fitness tracker has that to some extent. And I think that this follows right along with that. There's nothing really like super different that it's doing in terms of tracking. Like you're not getting anything extra outside of what you would get with a Whoop or a Fitbit. One really awesome plus about this is that it does have up to 7 days of battery life, which I think is great. It does take up to 80 minutes to charge though, but obviously there's no cellular, no smartphone, no GPS capabilities, of course, because it is a Ring. So let's talk a little bit more about the pros, because I feel like the pros of this Ring are gonna be for like a very special, distinct group of people. So I think personally, the biggest pro to this is that it's different, right? I don't think we've ever seen a fitness, sleep, wellness tracking ring before that does really look like a piece of jewelry. I'll give it that. Like if you're looking at it from far away, I don't think you would really be able to tell that it's super thick, but I will say that with it being super thick, it is pretty uncomfortable, and when I get into my cons, I'll explain why I think that's important for my very fitness people. But like I said, for the people that I think this is great for, if you are somebody who wants to kind of get away from that like data always in your face, constant steps on your watch, there's like a lot of different things in the app that you can change so that you don't have to see it. For example, another huge pro of this is that you can turn off anything that mentions in the app calories. So like calories burned, calories aimed for in your workouts, anything like that, you can actually shut off. So if you're someone that's trying to get away from tracking calories burned and things like that, maybe getting a better and healthier relationship with activity and data, then I think that's really, really great. Also has, like I said, a really long battery life. It's water resistant up to 100 meters. It's compatible with Apple Health, with Google. It is not compatible with Fitbit, obviously, and it's not compatible with MyFitnessPal or any other macro tracking or nutrition-based app that I've seen thus far. You do get a very detailed summary of your sleep and your overall activity and wellness. And I like that the overall message behind the Oura Ring is for the purpose of wellness, right? Like it's really talking to people who are trying to better their sleep, better their recovery. And I think for the purpose of working out, the goal is not necessarily to burn X amount of calories, or like in the Apple Watch, let's say for example, I think one of the things that Apple Watch pushes really hard is the movement rings and to track your rings and close your rings and all that stuff. Whereas the Oura Ring is definitely just more so helping you feel the most recovered, and it will send you notifications letting you know like your HRV is elevated, kind of similarly to the Whoop, your readiness score is low, your sleep score is low, therefore you should take it easy today. If you're someone that really wants to prioritize your recovery, your health, your wellness, your mindset, I think this is great. You do also get steps, if I didn't mention that. It does track your steps, but I will say, and I'll pop a screenshot up here, comparing my Fitbit steps to the Oura Ring steps, the Oura Ring was significantly under the amount of Fitbit steps that it said that I had for multiple days. So I'm interested to see which one is really more accurate. I'm not sure if it's because like when I was walking, if I was holding my phone, it wasn't capturing it because of the like accelerometer, you know, like you have to actually be swinging your hand, whereas the Fitbit can actually pick up on that based on GPS. So I think that's something to consider as well if you're someone who really cares about steps. I don't necessarily think that it was 100% accurate, but then again, you know, the Fitbit's not 100% accurate. I don't know any fitness watch that is 100% accurate, but I do think that the fitness watches such as Fitbit and even Apple Watch are a little bit more consistent with the steps. Let's talk about a couple of the cons that I've noticed so far. like I said in the beginning of this video, you do have to pay for the membership, which is giving Whoop, right? Like Whoop did that with its customers where you had to pay this really expensive fee to buy the product, and then you have to spend monthly on a membership, which even Fitbit is now doing, honestly. And I think this is something that we're just gonna see with a lot of tracking watches and features like that. If you want the detailed reports and all of the cool insights, you're gonna have to pay for the monthly membership. But with a ring being $500, I do think that's annoying, I'm not gonna lie. Also, for me personally, the limited workout tracking was a bit of a bummer, and there's two parts to this. One being it is very thick, so I cannot do any type of CrossFit, barbell, ring muscle ups, bar muscle ups, anything where my hand is gripping something, I can't do. I tried with dumbbells to do like a bodybuilding style workout, and it was okay, but it was not comfortable, and I definitely could not get my full grip on it. So keep that in mind. If you have small hands and you don't like big, chunky, clunky jewelry, you may not like this, and you definitely are not gonna like lifting with it. It also says on their website that if you're doing any type of like dumbbell, kettlebell, or anything with any heavy weights, you should not wear it. So if you're someone who's wanting to track your workouts, then this probably isn't the best item for you. Also, if you go into the app and you go to start a workout, you can only choose from a limited amount of items. So it's like indoor running and walking, outdoor running and walking, but there's no option for like weightlifting, cross training, or anything like that unless you go back and add your workout in afterwards, which means it's an additional step that you have to do later on in the day or right when you're done. You log your exercise and you can choose from the different options they have, and then it's just a guess based on what it read your heart rate as and any other, you know, things that it read during that time frame that you selected you did the workout. I did find that was kind of annoying because I like on the Fitbit where you can just like press, you know, start workout, whatever it is. I just choose the setting workout because it doesn't really matter unless I'm running. And you just start it like that on your watch and it's good. And then you press stop and end it and it saves it to your app. So I found that was kind of annoying. And like I said, if you're someone who's really wanting to track your actual workouts, don't think this is the best option. So as I mentioned, this is my second Oura ring, and unfortunately I am going to be returning it. I just feel like for me, the things that are most important, which is tracking my workouts and my steps and things like that, I also do like having a watch face. I like seeing the time. I like seeing my steps on my wrist. I didn't find that the ring gave me anything extra or different or like new and exciting that was taking priority over those things. So I just don't feel like it's the right choice for me, and especially because I can't wear it when I'm working out. That's a huge bummer because obviously I wear my Fitbit when I'm working out and I want to be able to track my workouts when I'm doing so. Overall, who I think this is good for is someone who is trying to focus primarily on sleep health, recovery health, wellness. Maybe you're someone who really doesn't want to track your steps and your workouts and you're only wanting to track sleep and like running. I think it would be great if you want to have more of a jewelry looking item as opposed to a fitness style tracking watch, then I think it's great. But for me personally, it's just not my jam. It's gonna go back, unfortunately, and I'm gonna have to give it a no for me, dog. So that is it for me, my friends. That is what I feel about the Oura ring. Unfortunately for me, it will be going back. I can't justify it. It's not worth the price point for me. And I don't know. I'm just interested to hear your guys' thoughts. Do you have one? Do you love it? Are you planning on buying it? Did this change your mind? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up and click that subscribe. It means so much to me. And I will see you in my next video.